What is up, y'all? It's your boy Winston Wolf. I'm back. I just want to do a quick video. So I watched Dracula Untold for the second time night before last. I saw it when it first came out, but I'm not going to lie, I was baked. I was gone. The only thing I remember is the scene on the battlefield when all the bats form to a hand and they're just crushing soldiers. That was it. That's all I remember. But somehow I'm recommended on YouTube videos for what happened to the Dark Universe were popping up, and I was like, yeah, let me watch Dracula Untold one more time. Yo, it's one of those rare movies that everybody agrees is good, everybody likes it, but it's considered a failure. I assume from the financial aspect or just the fact that it wasn't an unbelievable blockbuster, which is, again, if you're gonna try to start your shared universe, your Universal Monsters shared universe, Luke Evans is awesome. He's an awesome actor. Haven't seen him in that many things, but everything that he's in, he's A1. He's good. But if you're gonna start not just a franchise, but I don't know what the word is for multiple franchises running at the same time towards the same goal. You know, like Marvel, like DC, like Star Wars, that type of stuff. Why would you start it with Luke Evans? Again, I think he's great, especially after watching Dracula Untold again. Like, I really have newfound respect for him. I think he's a great actor. I think he has gravitas. He has presence. A lot of actors don't have that. That's why I love Idris Elba. Pause. I love Idris Elba. Pause, because he's again. I'm so mad sidetracking right now. Idris Elba needs to be James Bond. He's got the presence for it. Anyways, but Luke Evans, I wouldn't mind seeing Luke Evans as James Bond, but not over Idris Elba. But I just question why you would, if you have these big plans, why would you put it on his shoulders? Put him in it, but don't have him, lead it off. Have who'd they have signed? They had Angelina Jolie, Johnny Depp, all these other people. Have one of them. Have somebody that has a household name. Then you do that. Then you bring in Luke Evans. You know what I'm saying? Once you've established it, kind of like with the Marvel Universe, and Iron Man was kind of the focal point, but then Captain America kind of took over that role as the main person. You could have did that with Luke Evans and Dracula in this. You could have started off with Frankenstein, Wolfman, something like that, bigger star. Just I don't know why they decided to do that, and I think that hurt him. Also, having the Mummy for the second movie. Number one, you have other movies that people have, a soft spot in their heart for. The Brandon Fraser Mummy movies. I never liked them. I never cared for them. I wasn't into it. But a lot of people love those movies. They still love those movies, and they were disappointed when Brandon Fraser wasn't in the new movie or wasn't a continuation of that story. I'm puzzled why they picked the Mummy for their second stab at getting it started. That was even more bizarre to me. But Dracula Untold, it's a good movie, and I wonder why they just can't do something like they did with the Ghost Rider movie. The Nicolas Cage movies, where you had the first Ghost Rider, it was underwhelming. Everybody agreed that it sucked. Nobody liked it. But they agreed that they would be interested in it had it been done a different way. So that gave them a second chance of doing it, even though they screwed up the second chance. But I mean, they know there's interest there. They know that there's potential there. So why not go after that? Of course, with a lower budget, with lower risk, but still. They did it. There was another movie that Skyline. Like the first Skyline movie, absolute. I mean, both the Skyline movies are absolute trash. But I was shocked to see that there was a Skyline sequel like 4 or 5 years after the original flop, which is even more strange. So it's not unheard of. They can restart this. They can do it. And I just saw an article, I think it was from '01, where somebody asked Luke Evans about it, if there was even the remotest possibility. And I think he just gave one of those political answers like, oh, well, it's still on the table. I'm still under contract, blah, blah, blah. You know it ain't going to happen. But I think for what they set up, they could have something really interesting. But the things I didn't like was in the end where they fast forwarded to modern times, which I know is like, that's been a part of a lot of Dracula stories, to where They show him in whatever century he was, originally in. Then he dies. Then centuries later, modern times, he's looking for his wife reincarnated. That's cool. But I was more interested in his reign, as king or whatever he was, in that time period. I think that's far more interesting. And I wouldn't mind them doing, a Marvel, or not a Marvel, a Universal monster shared universe, the Dark Universe, but have it set back then. I'd be more interested in that than them having them do that in modern times. I don't know, those creatures, especially from Universal, to me, they don't fit in any modern setting. I'd rather have the old setting, villagers getting killed, things like that. The other thing is that really bothered me, and it got me hype at first, but then it bothered me, was there's a scene where Dracula gets mad at everybody for doubting him for whatever. Which, okay, no, actually there was two things. There's one where he saves everybody, and then somebody sees that I don't know, maybe a week later, one of the people in his kingdom, one of the villagers, they see that he gets burned when sunlight hits him. So they all decide to try to set him on fire after he saved all of them. After he just saved all of them, and they saw him destroy a whole army by himself. That's just dumb. There's no logic in it. It just doesn't make any sense. I hated that scene. But then there's another scene where he gets mad at those people. He's like, everything I've done for you, you'd be dead if not for me, blah, blah. And he just did a heel turn real quick. And I wish they would have stayed with that. I wonder if there's a cut from that point on near the end where he starts to turn bad, and then that kind of sets the tone for this Dracula that we all know. But I'd like to see that. I'm going to have to check it out tonight. I wonder if there's any fan edits of this. That'd be interesting, because I never looked to see if there was any deluxe version that had extra footage that could have been re-edited in there by somebody or anything. But I'd be interested in seeing, a fan edit, because they have something there. I mean, obviously, everybody likes the movie. They have something there. It's just, if you get someone to, polish it a little bit, pause. I don't know if that was pause worthy, but I'm gonna be safe and say pause. But I mean, there's something there, and I'd like to see different people take a crack at it and, put their little spin on it. Dracula Untold, 0 to 10 dog bones. 0 to... Oh, Charles Dance is in it too. Charles Dance. Stop it. 0 to 10 dog bones. I'm gonna go 6.5, and that's a good 6.5. That's not a bad 6.5. This is me having zero expectations, me having tried to watch it before, even though I was under the influence, and not getting through it before. Actually, I think I did get through it, but I was so gone that I don't even remember it. But yeah, it's a good 6.5. It's me going in thinking I'm just gonna kill some time rewatching this. No, I actually liked it, and I hope to eventually. And you never know nowadays with everything. With if something has no public support, you get these online campaigns, you get all this. Maybe there could be something. I don't know, but I think it's gonna take somebody getting people to revisit that movie. I don't know how it could happen, how it could get, a second burst of interest from people. I'm not paid to come up with these things. But Dracula Untold, don't know what streaming service it's on. I think it's on HBO Max. I think that's what I watched it on. Check it out. Luke Evans rocks it. It's a great movie. I'm not going to say a great movie, because then that kind of seems like I'm putting it in the league of a Godfather or something like that. But it's a really good movie, and it's worth watching. This is your boy Winston Wolf. I'm out.